Reincarnation of a king long gone, the highest enlightened nigga sitting on top of the sun.
Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Danny, aka King Bub, and I'm your coach of the one and only Munchlaxster United. We are here with a different type of WSS video. I'm gonna be doing about 3 matches all in one video, week 6, 7, and 8. So I hope you guys are looking forward to it. I'm gonna try to go through each match as fast as possible so I can talk a little bit at the end of the video and you guys can see what exactly is going to be going on next week in the WSS, because we've been slowed down a little bit because of Sun and Moon, which is understandable. You know, it's really exciting for Sun and Moon to come out, so the league was kind of put on hold for a little bit, and then I had a lot of stuff to do with school, so I wasn't able to do my battles as quickly as possible. Obviously this video is super late. Week 8 should have been up last week, and obviously the other weeks way before that. So we're gonna put it up now, so I hope you guys do enjoy that. But I'm gonna be going through each match. Week 6 we did go up against NJ Marowaks and Elder Sage, one of my good friends in real life. I've known him since high school, so it's cool to go up against him. We've battled him before and we did beat him, so that's pretty cool. So I know he's gonna want revenge for that, for us beating him, of course. So let me explain my team real quick. I had especially defensive Black Sludge Vileplume. Vileplume is pretty cool. This thing can put in a lot of work against his team, obviously, except against Metacham and what's it called? And what's that thing called? Stoutland. But everything else, I can actually put a good amount of work, because if Mespred's carrying Psychic, then it can actually take Psychics pretty well, because it's pretty bulky on a special side. So I have a physically attacking expert built Greninja. The reason I had physical attackers is because I was scared of that Excadrill, and Water Shuriken expert belt did a lot of damage, so I thought he might bring sand or something like that, and Excadrill was pretty scary, so I was kind of prepping for that a lot. But as you see, he did not even bring Excadrill, so I was like, oh okay, that's kind of weird. So Greninja's kind of useless right now, so I can pretty much do anything I want with him. And next we also have, I'm pretty sure it was a physically defensive, physically defensive Mew. So the reason I have physically defensive Mew is because, once again, for Excadrill, I was extremely scared of Excadrill. I don't know why. I was scared of Excadrill under the sand and setting up a Swords Dance. It could pretty much defeat my whole team pretty badly, so I had a Tanga Berry Mew to handle that for me, and I think I had Drain Punch, so I could get some health back from that Excadrill. So next we had an Adamant expert build Garchomp, because Garchomp does a good amount of work to his team. I can't outspeed Thundee regardless. I can't outspeed Zoroark anyways, so that's why I was running Adamant instead of what's it called, Jolly. So yeah, that's Garchomp for us. Garchomp being our kill leader at the moment, so that's pretty cool. Next we have a speedy special attacking Zapdos. Also can do a lot of good work, obviously, except Clefable can take a few hits, but since we are pretty special offensive, it's gonna do a lot of work. And Garchomp is expert build Adamant. The reason I wanted to go expert build Adamant was because Iron Head is a 2-hit KO unless he has a Berry, obviously, but it's a 2-hit KO at the most defensive bold natured Clefable. That's why I did want to carry that Adamant expert belt Garchomp. And next we have a mixed defensive Vaporeon, which can also do some solid work against his team, which is pretty nice. Not bad, not too shabby. So looking at his team, he didn't bring the Excadrill, which was the thing I was scared most about. So we don't have to worry about that thing too much. But that Thundee's always a scary threat, and so is Zoroark, Scarf Metacham, and I was expecting a Banded Return, Facade, Stoutland. So, you know, Stoutland is a pretty scary threat. At least he's not that fast, so I could outspeed and easily revenge kill him. But Stoutland's not super frail, so he's not that easy to take down, but we can outspeed and hopefully do some work. Like with Garchomp's Earthquake, you can do a lot of damage, or even Outrage, Dragon Claw, stuff like that. So I decided to lead off with my Vileplume in case he does lead off with Thundee or anything really, Clefable for rocks or anything like that. So let me start off the battle. So he does lead with his Thundee, or so I thought was his Thundee. So he goes for extra sensory, and I think Thunders gets extra sensory regardless, so I really still thought it was Thundee. But after I hit him with his Sludge Wave, it shows that he is his Zoroark, which is 100% fine with me because I can Moonlight right here and still live extra sensory. So he goes into his Mesprit, which Mesprit's annoying. Mesprit could be very tricky for my team, so I go into Zapdos because I should be able to take anything. He goes for Signal Beam, which is fine. I mean, my Vileplume would have been able to take Signal Beam easily. I go for a Thunderbolt, and it's not a 2-hit KO, sadly. and he goes for Feature Sight, which kind of sucks. I should have seen this coming because I know Elder Sage, and he loves to use Feature Sight. I don't know why, but that's what he likes to do. And yeah, so that's what he did. That's what he did. And the Feature Sight is gonna come back to kick me in the ass. I roost up thinking he might go for Ice Beam again, but he reads that, goes for Signal Beam, which is fine. And the Feature Sight takes Zapdos down, which kind of sucks because Zapdos could have got a kill here, adding on to his kills. But it's all good. It's all good. I go into my Greninja, and he protects as I go for the Night Slash. I'm not gonna predict anything. I'm not gonna predict Clefable coming in. I'm not gonna go for Gunk Shot. I'm just gonna go for Night Slash because if Clefable does come in, I'm gonna go for Gunk Shot regardless when it comes in. So that's why I didn't want to predict it. This thing, I don't know. I really don't know why I went for Gunk Shot. I mean, I don't know why I went for Power Up Punch here. I didn't really have the best switch-ins to this thing. This thing hits extremely hard, even though my Mew is really defensive. I kind of wanted to keep it for Mega Metachamp because Mega Metachamp is a pretty big threat against my team, and I wanted to keep it. I wanted to keep Mew pretty healthy so I could take on Mega Metachamp. So I just sacked off my Greninja. I probably should have went for Night Slash. Maybe, you know, I could get a crit or something like that. But instead I went for Power Up Punch. Maybe expecting him to do something that, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, set up something. I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking. I just went for Power Punch because I said, why not? To me, it was the best play to make. And obviously, his Choice Band in return is going to take us out. And that kind of sucks. But here I come in with Mew. He goes for a return, and it's not a 2-hit KO, which is pretty nice. I go for the Willow. I was expecting Facade. I kind of wish I didn't go for the Willow, but I was like, just in case he's not Facade, I'm going to go for the Willow, and I could just pretty much heal up right here as he switches out because he's not going to really do any damage to us at all when he's burned with a return. So I go back into my Mary Jane. Obviously, I know this is Zoroark because Thundee has not come in yet, and Zoroark did come in, and its health is extremely low. So since he was Zoroark, I had a feeling he was going to go for extra sensitive, so I switched into my Vaporeon as he goes for a Dark Pulse. Vaporeon eating up these Dark Pulses is really nice. I'm really loving Vaporeon. As you guys, let me pause it right here actually. I did not tell you guys that I did swap Milotic for Vaporeon. I don't know if I said that in my last videos, but I did do that. I swapped it for Vaporeon. The reason I did it is because I wanted a Wish Passer. I do have Leafeon to Wish Pass, but I think Vaporeon's a much better Wish Passer, and I think it'll work better with my team because my team is pretty bulky that hits really hard. So if I can get a bulky team and I can pass Wishes onto them with its really high HP, it can really help out my team a lot. Milotic is amazing, but I did want to go with Vaporeon just for the reason that I wanted that Wish Passing, Heal Bell, and stuff like that. Another Cleric is really nice to have on the team, and I do love Vaporeon. I used it before, and it's a pretty awesome mon. So I go for Wish here because I know another Dark Pulse is not gonna kill me even if he flinches me, and I could just go for the Scald, and Vaporeon gets a kill, and I get all my health back pretty much because the Wish is about to come heal us up, and with leftovers we're looking pretty nice. So he's gonna go into his Stoutland. I don't know why I stayed in here. I don't know why I thought I could live it. I was thinking if he didn't have Facade I'd be able to live it, but I would have been better off just switching. But Mew couldn't really take two of those, so that's why I just stayed in really. But I go into my Garchomp because I could easily revenge kill Stoutland, and he goes into his Medicham, which takes a whole buttload of damage, and he goes for Ice Punch. Mew can eat this up pretty easily as long as I don't get frozen. I was hoping I didn't get frozen, but right here, instead of going for Gunk Shot, my best play would have been to go for Will-O-Wisp and then just heal up. If I Will-O-Wisp, he would have died the next turn. I would have healed up. I would have been at full health. Ice Punch would have done nothing to me, and he would have died from burn. So either way, I would have killed him. I would have been at full health, and he would have done like almost no damage to me. And you'll see why that comes in to haunt me, kind of. So in comes his Stoutland. I know Facade's gonna kill me. He gets a crit anyway, so I guess if I was at full health, the crit would have probably killed me anyway, so I guess it didn't matter. But you know, you can't really read crits. It's not like I was like, oh, I could have been at full health and you know, like I knew a crit was coming or something like that. So if I would have been at full health and he didn't get that crit, I would have been able to kill this Stoutland, and we would have been looking pretty nice because Mew can actually handle Thundurus and Clefable, so that would have been pretty nice. But we do lose Mew sadly, and here comes Stoutland. So I'm gonna just go for Earthquake, Garchomp getting his 10th kill of the season, leading the kill race, taking out Stoutland. And here, obviously, I'm not going to stay in this HP Ice. I know it's coming, and Vileplume is a boss. Look at Vileplume take this. Vileplume is so freaking bulky, eating that HP Ice real nicely. It's not a 2-hit KO, so we can just heal up right here. We do live on 1 HP, which is pretty crazy. But I did calc it, and there was no way he could have killed us there. So, Moonlight giving us health back, and here he goes for the Nasty Plot, which I was perfectly fine because he could not 2-hit KO us, so Nasty Plot's not gonna kill us in one shot. And sadly, with our luck, we get critted, and I don't know. Obviously, that crit mattered. I'm not gonna outspeed his Thundurus with my Garchomp, and he's gonna easily just HP Ice and kill me and take me out. I don't know. I was pretty salty about that crit because, oh man, I just hate when I lose. When I didn't play so well in the beginning, but I was coming back. You know, I love when I'm starting to make that comeback, and I just hate when it ends with a lucky crit. Because the reason it was lucky is because Vileplume would have lived that. I would have Sludge Bomb. It would have left them at like 8%, and then he would have died from Life Orb. And then Clefable would come in on my Garchomp, and I knew he was gonna have a fully defensive Clefable. If he didn't, Ironhead would have been able to wipe it out. And he did have a fully defensive Clefable. Clefable could not kill me in one shot unless he critted me. So he could not kill me. I think Moonblast did like 80% to Garchomp, and Ironhead is a 2-hit KO cleanly. So I would have been able to win this match 1-0 if he didn't get that crit. So I was kind of mad because I just hate losing when it comes to hacks. But I guess it's Pokemon. That's the way it is. I feel like I'm really, really unlucky when it comes to stuff like that. And like as you saw, I didn't really get any crits or anything like that, which I feel like at least this game should add like a balance between stuff like that. But I guess whatever, I can't complain about it. It's the game we play. It's all good. So now after week 6, we were 4-2 with I think a plus 12 differential, which is not bad. We have like the highest differential in the whole league, which is at least something good to think about. So I'm gonna let that one slide, Pokemon. I'm gonna let that one slide. So next we had week 7 against Travesty, and what was the name of it? Carolina Castforms. Yeah. So I had my team all set, ready to battle Travesty, but sadly he had a lot of issues in real life and he could not really battle. We gave an extra week for us to battle and he still couldn't really battle. So we had to take the forfeit win. So that does put us to 5-2 with plus 15 differential, which once again is not bad. We have the highest differential in the whole league. And sadly we couldn't battle. I really wanted to battle Trav. He's the one person I was really looking forward to battle the whole season when I saw the schedule. I know he's a good battler and I wanted to battle him. Sadly we can't, but you know, it's life and shit, and that stuff happens, so I can't really complain about it. So that's what happened with Trav. Sadly we couldn't battle, but it's all good. And now we're gonna go into week 8. Let me just pull up the team. I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, so we are back here and we are going up against our co-commissioner Pendragon DX and his what's it called, Dublin City Umbreons. So right now we are, I think, tied in first. No, we are in first in our league, in our division I should say, and we are second place overall, I do believe. But we need to win this to secure a spot. I think either way we get a spot into playoffs no matter what, because our division, a few people have to forfeit, so I think no matter what, we do get that playoff spot. But obviously we do want to win, and the team I brought was especially defensive Piloswine. Alright, so I need to tell you guys about my transfer. So I dropped what did I drop? I dropped Dusknoir and I picked up Smeargle just because Smeargle can be something cool to play around with. Dusknoir I did not really see coming in handy any of the weeks or in playoffs, so I wanted to drop Dusknoir. I picked up Smeargle. You know, Smeargle can do anything. It's pretty cool. It's slow. It's really frail, but it can help at least a few weeks, hopefully in the playoffs, which would be really cool. So I picked up Smeargle for you guys. So I swapped with Poise, the coach of the Miami Heat Morse. I swapped my Zangoose and he gave me Piloswine. I wanted Piloswine because I've been using Piloswine on the ladder in Gen 7 and I'm freaking loving this thing. I know it's different in Gen 6, but you know, a little different. It's super bulky mon. I've gone up against it and it's really annoying to handle. It can set up rocks. It can take a lot of hits really well with that Eviolite. So that's why I picked up Piloswine, and we do bring it in week 1, which you can actually see it does a lot of work to his team. Pyro, Magneton, Latios, and Pinsir can actually be hit pretty hard by Piloswine. Obviously, we're not gonna outspeed, but it can still hit pretty hard. It can survive Flash Cannon from Magneton. It's immune to its electric moves, and I think Piloswine was a really good switch for me because I am kind of weak to electric moves. I do have Vileplume to take them, but that's about it. And now Piloswine adds on to that, so that's really awesome to have. So we have a specially defensive Piloswine with Rocks, Earthquake, Ice Shard, Icicle Kite, standard Piloswine set. We have a Calm Mind mixed bulk Mew, more defensive to take on one return from Pinsir. I think it does like around 60% to Mew or something like that. So that is Mew Calm Mind. He is our win condition. If we can get Mew to Calm Mind up, we can do a lot of good work. We have a Salvage Gramble to take on Latios and take it could take Psych Shocks, it could take obviously Dragon moves, it could take Psychic and all that stuff. So Gramble's pretty cool. Gramble's one of my favorite fairies to use, but I have not really been able to put a lot of work with it this season, which kind of sucks. I was about to trade it, but then I decided not to trade it, and I kept it, and it's coming this week. So hopefully Gramble can do some work for us because he's kind of been slacking a little bit. Gramble, Granddaddy Perp, has to put in work this week, hopefully. So we'll see about that. We got Mega Glalie coming back after being gone a few weeks. Mega Glalie also does a lot of work. It can EQ Pyro or EQ Magneton, return or Ice Shard the Latios, do a lot of damage to Sylveon and Azov, and destroy Pinsir. So Mega Glalie can put in so much work for our team this week, so that'll be pretty cool. We have, I think this is I forget what this Vaporeon is. It might be Mixed Bulk. Again, I like to run my Mixed Bulk Vaporeon. I tend to do that. It's probably that. I'm not sure. I forget. I'm sorry about that. But it has Wish Protect, Scald, Toxic. I believe that's what I had. Because he had a Gastrodon, which actually kind of walled my whole team. So I was super surprised he didn't bring it. That's why I brought Toxic on Vaporeon. So yeah, so that's Vaporeon. And we have a physically defensive Charty Berry Zapdos, because I thought he might bring Virizion, because once again Virizion could actually do a lot of work to our team. It could take on Garchomp with Earthquakes and things like that, but once again he didn't bring it, so I was kind of shocked about that. And also Zapdos takes on Pinsir pretty nicely, because Pinsir's return and quick attack doesn't do that much to a very defensive Zapdos. And we have Thunder Wave, so we could Thunder Wave the Lottie, because Lottie is a pretty clean switch to Zapdos, because obviously electric moves and whatnot can be taken by Lottie. So I wanted to put Thunder Wave, because if I Thunder Wave the Lottie, then Glalie just can win pretty much. Glalie can just win. If I Thunder Wave the Pinsir, Glalie just wins. So that was pretty much the game plan. So let's start it off. So I wanted to start off with Piloswine because I just wanted to try to put up rocks if I could. I'd rather do damage to whatever can come in. But I started off with my Piloswine and he started off with his Azov, which is totally fine. And here I totally forgot that Azov gets knockoff. So this was a really bad play for me because I lose my Eviolite straight turn 1. And that kind of sucks. I do a lot of damage to Azov, but now I have no Eviolite, which kind of, I don't know, it really sucks for me. I set up my rocks, which is cool. I was not going to defog rocks away because it wasn't that big of a deal for me. But right now my Eviolite Mon is hurt, so against Magneton it's gonna be kind of useless because Flash Cannon does so much work. And he Toxics my Zapdos, which kind of sucks because now I won't really be able to take on Pinsir as well. Being Toxic really does suck, but it's whatever. And I just go for the Roost to get some damage. I T-Wave the Sylveon, which is something that is going to come up very well for us later on in the game. So here I do switch into my Vaporeon because I didn't know what he was going to do. And he does set up a Calm. I mean, he puts up a Wish. He wishes up, and so do I, because I want to see what this thing want to do. And he got paralyzed, so I couldn't really see what he was gonna do. So he gets a pair right there. I get a lucky pair, which is pretty cool. Some luck finally coming my way this week so far. And he goes for a Calm Mind, so I was kind of like, oh shit, what is he, what's gonna happen now? Calm Mind Sylveon can actually run through my team pretty well. So I was expecting him to go for another Calm Mind. And we are faster because he is paralyzed, and we do get another pair, which is pretty awesome. I go for Play Rough just to do some damage to Sylveon. So like I said, I wanted Gramble to do some work this week. And actually, let me keep going, So he put Tom passes into Magneton, so this was extremely scary for me. Because if you look at my whole team, Piloswine dies to this thing, Gramble dies to this thing, Glalie dies to this thing if he has enough speed, like if he's Scarfed or something like that. Vaporeon dies to this thing, And Zapdos can pretty much die to this thing also because I'm not specially defensive. So I was kind of scared here. I stayed in and I just let my granddaddy go down. My granddaddy Gramble goes down. And I go into Vaporeon. I just went into Vaporeon to scout to see if he was Scarfed. Because if he was Scarfed, obviously he would have to go for Flash Cannon here or he'll just switch out. If he wasn't Scarfed, he'll go for Thunderbolt to kill my Vaporeon. So that's why I went into Vaporeon. I know it may seem like a weird play, but I just wanted to scout out to see exactly what type of Magneton this is. And what was I gonna say? Yeah, okay, let's continue. So we protect, and he goes for the T-Bolt, which obviously I was scouting out. So now I know he's not Scarfed. I know Glalie can actually kill this thing pretty nicely. I go into my Piloswine because obviously T-Bolt was incoming. He goes Flash Cannon. He's gonna kill my Piloswine no matter what. I think even Eviolite, there's no way I was surviving that, so it kind of sucks. But I go into my Mew because I did Calcium. I would live a Flash Cannon after I Calm Mind because I am faster than this thing. So I Calm Mind with my Mew, and Mew is a freaking beast. 38% with a T-Bolt from Magneton. That's crazy. So I heal up. I Calm Mind again. And I just want to make sure this Magneton doesn't beat me. I was hoping I don't get critted. You guys know I do get critted pretty constantly, which kind of sucks. But so far we're looking good. I soft boiled. He T-bolts. I think he Flash Cannons here. I'm trying to get a defense drop from me, and I go for the Aura Spear, and I bang smack this thing in the face. Critical hit. The critical hit didn't really matter. He was already at low enough health where the crit wasn't gonna kill even with the +1 defense. And here, I don't know why he went for the Toxic. So he goes for Toxic. I understand because it'll dwindle me down easily, but he goes for Toxic and I am about at 70%. He goes into Pinsir. So like I said in the beginning of the match, I put enough EVs for Mew to take about 60% from a return from Pinsir. So at this range, we are living a hit from Pinsir. So the reason why I thought putting Toxic on me was kind of weird is because he did have Knockoff. So Knockoff would have done more damage than Toxic would have done at this point. I do have a Cobra Berry, so it would have done less damage, but he didn't know that. I think best play would have been to go for Knockoff. I would have been at below 70, 100%, and Pinsir's return would have killed me. I think that would have been the better play for him. Luckily, it doesn't go either way with my Cobra Berry. I would have lived, but he doesn't know I have a Cobra Berry, so that's the thing. So return, Mew is a freaking beast and takes that like a boss, and we do crit the Pinsir. It didn't matter, he was gonna die regardless, and I'm pretty happy about that. Mew getting 3 kills, bringing back the game for us because I feel like I started off really bad. And here we do see Sylveon at 41%. Sylveon's paralyzed. Either way, we were gonna be faster. Glalie hits like a fucking tank. This is Adamant return. Glaciate Glalie. I don't know if it would have killed from full, but that's why I'm happy that I brought Gramble, because Gramble actually did enough damage that 100% I was gonna kill this Sylveon with my return. I said we do see Mega Glalie getting another kill, beating this Sylveon 1-on-1, and in comes this Pyro. I'm not gonna stay in because this Pyro is a freaking monster. I go into Vaporeon. I should be able to eat up anything, even a Hyper Voice, but he gets a crit, so I was kind of annoyed by that. I was like, alright. Well, I wasn't really annoyed. I was like, I deserve that because I got 2 Paras. I got 2 crits that didn't matter, but, you know, I got 2 Paras. But I know that the crit did enough where I know something. If I don't get critted right now, I will live. So I'm at 4%. I live, I wish, and protect. And Vaporeon is pretty much going to put in the work for us right now because Vaporeon was both Pyro and Latios, so all I have to do is not get critted and I can pretty much win this game. So as you see, Hyper Voice not doing enough. I could just keep wish stalling him enough till I heal up to a good amount of range where I can scald him. I do believe I think I do scald him. I don't think I go for Toxic. I think I should straight up go for the scald. I believe here possibly. No, I wish up, and then instead of protecting, I'm gonna scald. Just cause it's gonna put me in enough health where I live. Luckily I didn't get critted, because if I got critted that kinda would've sucked. But Vaporeon doing the damage, wiping out Pyroar at a good amount of health. And right now, as you see, we are at 75% health. We can live a Draco Meteor from Lottie. As you do see, we live right here. And I'm just gonna wish up. Oh no, I Toxic. Why did I Toxic? That's weird. I Toxic it. I probably should have wished first and then protected. That probably would have been a smarter play. And he has Psychic, so that's the thing. Psychic is actually going to do less to us because we are a little bit more specially defensive. As you see, we do live right here. And it didn't matter if he killed Vaporeon because we do have Ice Shard on Glalie, and he is Adamant Glalie, so it would have killed Lottie. But Vaporeon living here, we living. Vaporeon taking these psychics and stuff. You know, his special attack was dropped, and Vaporeon, the MVP of the match alongside Mew, because Mew did bring us back 100%. Mew wiped out half his team, he did save us, but Vaporeon taking on Pyroar, Vaporeon taking on Latios, and being able to one-on-one them with Toxic, Wish, and Protect, and Scald. So Vaporeon putting in the finest of work, so I'm so happy I traded Vaporeon, because Vaporeon, that was so nice from Vaporeon. I really did enjoy that. I'm very happy. Vaporeon putting in the work. So this was week 8, the last week before playoffs. We are 6-2 with a plus 18 differential. So we are overall in the whole league. We are in second place under our boy Mora. Mora 7-1, but we do have a higher differential of him, which is pretty cool because Mora does tend to win by big numbers. So having a higher differential than him, and it's pretty nice having the highest differential in the whole league. It's pretty awesome for us, but we are leading our division, which is pretty cool. So we are gonna be going up again against Deebs for the first round of the playoffs. So that one's gonna be a nice one. I wanted to battle him for a while now. He wanted to battle me, and luckily we got matched up, so that's pretty cool. I'm looking forward to that. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that too. We are gonna be putting up matches next Sunday. I told them they have an extended day till Monday because next Sunday is Christmas, so we might put it up on Monday instead. So you know, you guys are gonna be having your Christmas time and stuff like that. So I hope you guys did enjoy. I hope it wasn't way too long of a video, but we are putting in some work in this league. Hopefully we could take it in because this is still Gen 6 league, and I'm hoping that we can win our first Gen 6 league, our first league period. But it'll be nice going into TBU, having a title under our belt. So I'm gonna work towards that, and hopefully we can do it, but we have to take it one step at a time, guys. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all your support throughout the whole season. It's been really nice, and let's keep supporting through playoffs, and let's see if Munchlaxster United can take the title this season. So thank you guys. Thank you for watching, and like always, fam, enjoy your day.